Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert. I'm Wiz, and every day I'll be bringing you the latest news and analysis from the world of crypto. So make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell icon so you don't miss a video. We've also got a giveaway this week, so watch on to learn how to enter that. Anyway, let's dive in. After years of forbidding clients from investing in crypto, and they held firm in that stance throughout the previous cycles, Vanguard are finally allowing their customers to invest into crypto ETFs. This decision comes despite their previous statements that this was an asset that they did not want to get involved in.
Bought Bitcoin ETFs. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we're not going to change our minds around this. Unless the asset class changes. Why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone's saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
Something like Bitcoin is just too volatile, and it's not a store of value. It hasn't been. And it's very volatile. When stocks got hammered in recent crises, that Bitcoin went right with them.
But this decision highlights the growing appetite of crypto ETFs, but highlights the growing appetite for exposure to crypto ETFs, with BlackRock and their competitors seeing record inflows. Vanguard, however, will not be launching their own ETFs. Instead, they will be allowing clients to invest through their platform into selected ETFs from partners, which these come with stringent regulations on what they can and can't hold. So they're excluding things like meme coins and low cap, more volatile crypto assets. But why does this matter? Vanguard is one of the largest asset managers on the planet, only behind BlackRock in terms of assets under management. They manage around $11.5 trillion, which is around 5 times the size of the entire crypto market. With over 50 million clients across 160 countries, this really does open the door for even more capital to flow into the crypto ecosystem. Japanese entertainment giant Sony is planning a stablecoin to work on payments inside their PlayStation and their wider entertainment ecosystem. This stablecoin will peg 1-to-1 with the US dollar and aims to remove the current friction between themselves and the payment processors, particularly in regards to cross-border payments. They are believed to be partnering with US stablecoin infrastructure player Bastion. The deal with Bastion is built as a stablecoin as a service model, which allows Sony to deploy this with minimal outlay on their side. This as a service model famously provided exponential growth to a load of technology names and is one of the reasons why we have seen trillion-dollar companies form out of the United States. Sony have applied for a US banking license, which will allow them to utilize the newly passed Genius legislation to help them roll out the framework for this stablecoin. If this is successful, do we see this potentially rolled out for other tech names such as Microsoft, Amazon, or Netflix? Rumors are flying around about MicroStrategy again, as they cut their guidance following Bitcoin's strong decline in price. The company slashed their 2025 earnings and their Bitcoin yield forecasts and their Bitcoin yield targets for the year of 2025. They are now assuming an end-of-year price range for Bitcoin of between $85,000 and $110,000, down from their previously forecasted $150,000. They've set aside a pot of $1.4 billion to cover their dividends, which will cover them for the next 21 months. However, they said they may potentially have to sell Bitcoin should the net asset value fall below 1 and they need to raise capital.
Above 1 times MNAV, the most efficient thing for a public company like ours to do is to sell the equity. Below 1 times MNAV, we just get lots of questions. And there are skeptics that are doubtful, well, could you sell the Bitcoin? Would you sell the Bitcoin? And the answer is yes, we could sell the Bitcoin. We could also sell Bitcoin derivatives. And we would do that because that's in the best interest of the shareholders. And because it's in the best interest of the shareholders, it's best for the company and therefore best for the Bitcoin community, as well as the credit community, as well as the equity investors.
According to Polymarket, there is a 5% chance of them selling Bitcoin before the end of the year. something they did previously in 2022 to offset some tax. Further ahead, traders are pricing in a 30% chance of them selling Bitcoin before June 2026. Their share price has taken an absolute pummeling, down 43% year to date and 36% in the last month alone. We're currently heading towards a nice area of previous accumulation, which could see a solid level of support. You can trade this over on PrimeXBT. Check the link in the video to sign up, and I believe there's a nice little bonus in there just for you. Bitcoin has begun to find a nice footing after Sunday's sharp move down, bouncing off 84k and finding a level up around this 86k mark. All eyes on this week as we have data releases tomorrow and Friday, which could help provide some direction for the market. The market remains choppy and there's uncertainty which looms over. However, this volatility has provided plenty of opportunities and our members are profiting well. In-house trading guru Block Pro shared his analysis to the members in the Discord last night, which you can join below. Same story with Ethereum. We're currently trying to find a footing down here at $2,800. Again, awaiting some direction from the market. Opportunities loom on both sides, and we'll be covering this in the Discord for our members. And finally, we have Solana here. Now, Solana retested this previous level of support at $124 before finding a nice footing here at $126. This area represents quite a nice liquidity pocket. We can see that there's some consolidation. If we see some consolidation and a bit more certainty, we may see this begin to take a direction. This direction could be a strong push back up into this 140 range, or we could dip down to retest that $100 level. We are currently running a big giveaway this week. Thanks to our partners at FemX, we have a care package to give out to one of you lovely people. To enter, simply like, comment on each of this week's videos, and we will announce the winner on Monday. You must be subscribed to the channel. I don't know why you wouldn't be. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.